Hello and welcome to your practice. So today we're going to do a little recap of some of the work that we did earlier in the week, and it's to do with the seasons. And so first of all, I want to highlight the fact that I'm wearing socks. Now, as the weather gets cooler, it's super important to keep our feet warm. Our feet being that which connects us to the earth and really grounds our energy, but because the feet have so many acupuncture points, so little plugs that connect us to each of the organs, it's really important that we keep our feet warm in the winter to allow the rest of our body to have a stress-free time as the weather's cooling down. So keep your socks on as much as possible, number one. Number two, as it's getting colder, it can be super frustrating to try and move in the mornings. So this little sweeping exercise can be a really nice way just to get the energy flowing in your body. And so if you've been following the other videos of doing your joint rotations laying in bed and then follow it up with this, then you will surely have a much easier time in your body as the weather starts to cool down, as you keep that nice little belly fire all warm and keep the little chi pot burning bright. So we'll start by just bringing your feet to about hip width apart, bringing your arms out nice and wide, and we'll just take a few deep breaths in through the nose, interlace the fingers, press the palms up to the ceiling, maybe take a little stretch from side and to side, and then exhaling out. Inhale, arms up, pressing the palms up, really opening up the little fingers, taking a little side bend. And we're not trying to get anywhere. We're not trying to strain the body, just moving and allowing the body to wake up. One more time. Feeling that body stretch. Then stretching your arms out nice and wide, and as you exhale, sweeping down, and inhale, sweep up through across to the other side of the chest. Down, inhale. Exhale, inhale. Exhale. Just feeling how you're sweeping, you're moving the energy from the heart, the small intestine, the pericardium, the lung, the large intestine, not the large intestine. Then we're going to turn our foot out and sweep down through the leg, up and down and up. Sweeping down, feeling the energy move from the body and just allowing that little sweeping sensation to bring chi into alignment. As you feel the body. Some of us are so in our heads doing whatever we've got to do, looking after the kids, doing our do, that these gentle touchings of the body can be really healing. Women putting their left hand under, right hand over, men right under left. We're going to take 8 little circles around, warming up our digestive fire. Super important as the weather's cooler. 7, 8, and then the other direction. If you're feeling like your digestion is a little sluggish, then you can follow the trace of the large intestine and just little nips along. Nip, 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 nip. Just moving the energy. You can be so looking for some big, crazy moves to make things happen in our bodies, but remembering that we're actually very delicate creatures can be that really nice way to connect and recognize how sensitive we really are. All right, then moving into your shoulders. Taking a bigger step, nice and wide, turning your toes out, bending down, collecting the energy, and exhale wide, coming down, collecting, and out, and down, coming up, down, and two more. Then coming down onto all fours. And we played with this with having our small humans on our backs to add a little bit of weight, but not entirely necessary. Coming down into all fours and up into all fours and down. So you're just moving through the different shapes and forms that the body can naturally make. Just waking up the joints, pulling the belly to the spine as you come in and as you come back. Coming out and extending our leg, bringing it back in. You can add a little bit of extra balance. Using the arm, noticing that I'm spiraling the arm as I'm moving. You can always so play with the flexing and the pointing of the foot. Taking a hold of the foot, kicking in and opening up the chest and heart. So really kicking the foot back while pulling the foot forward with the hand. Really feeling how that opens the chest and the heart. Moving into the other side. Remember that having less strain on the body is what releases stress. Helps us age more gracefully. And so taking movement patterns that support the movement of the body. Really recognizing how gentle and kind we can be with the body. Rolling over onto your back. And rolling through the spine. Pressing the feet down and rolling through. Opening up the chest as you lift up. Squeezing the buttocks. Waking them up. Sometimes our thighs get overworked as our glutes haven't been squeezed and squashed enough. So moving through your spine here can be really nice. You can move it faster if you like. And move from the action of squeezing the buttocks, pressing into the feet. So you're actually activating the whole leg from the feet, from the glutes there. Nice. We did some toe taps and arms wide, or if you've got your little small human, you can swing them on you. We're not trying to really effort ourselves. It's more about just moving the body. You can bring the knees wide, shake from side to side. If you hadn't had a chance to do your rotations in bed, then you can add some of that in. Remember, this is all just to juice up the body. Of course, doing strength exercises through the day while you're waiting for the kettle to boil, kids to put their shoes on. You can do a few little wall push-ups in that time. And coming into our seat, taking some nice side bends. Really opening up the space in the ribs, looking up, looking down, opening up the neck. If it's too much, you can come out a little and then slowly work your way down. Remember, the more joints and parts of the body you move in the different planes, then the less junk, dust can settle in our joints, and that movement is where we move out any toxins and stuff that we don't need in our bodies. Where else did we go from here? We stretched forward and came back in. And stretching forward and come back in. And coming over, rolling forward and up. And rolling forward and up. And moving into the spine. You can open up the chest, curl in. Open up the chest, curl in. Sitting up nice and tall without using your hands. You can if you need to start that opening pattern. But eventually working to keeping your arms up, getting a bit more strength in the lower half of the body, in the belly. You can do little races. You can get further. Or if you're feeling really creative with the kids, you can do the little bum walk races. Also very good to keep those hips and the fascia in the lower back moving and awake. If you're feeling a little bit more alive, you can bring one leg in and come over to the side, swirl around, come up. So finding as many shapes as you can with your body in the morning. Such a good way to just release anything that's getting stiff. Where else did we go? We started to play with a few little points as well. So keeping the mind in a bit more of a calmer state, then we picked a few little spots to help support the grounding, the sole of the foot, and pinching the top of the foot, little snake bite there between the big toe, at that first knuckle there, and second toe, and underneath the foot, and a little pond. To help with our digestion, 3 fingers down from the bone on the foot, the leg there, and massaging into there, into our tender point. And the inside of the ankle, 4 fingers up, another tender point, but not if you're pregnant. Because of the downward energy that you're pulling with pressing into this point, then it's best not. And I think that's pretty much all the little exercises we went through. If you feel you'd like to share your practice, I'm more than happy to listen and get in contact.